Welcome to the show this morning. The topic this morning is people's issues, and we're fortunate to have with us to talk about some of the issues of the people of the state of Tennessee, State Representative MPruitt, who represents the 58th Legislative District for the state of Tennessee. And Representative Pruitt, let me welcome you to the show this morning.
Thank you, Dr. Haney. I'm delighted to be a part of this show.
Representative Pruitt, you've been with us on other occasions, and we've had many opportunities to talk to you about some of the things that are happening in politics and in the state of Tennessee. But let's give our audience an opportunity to find out more about you this morning. Why don't you give us some information about your background and your education and your work experiences and the things that were important in leading you to the Legislative Assembly and some of the things that are happening now in that assembly.
Well, Dr. Haney, when I look back at my background and my early childhood, I consider myself very fortunate as I look at families today and the structure of families today. I came from a two-parent family, very strong in values, very strong for education, very strong in doing the right thing. And as I have grown older, I certainly appreciate that. I am the youngest of a number of 8 children, brought up in a rural area, as a matter of fact, and that rural area gave me a closeness to nature, closeness to the real thing, closeness to what things ought to be and how they should be. I graduated from Pearl High School and graduated Tennessee State University with a master's degree in elementary education. And as a matter of fact, I am one of the 3 who was first certified as an elementary guidance counselor. And when I look back at that counseling certificate and looking at my experiences as an educator, I'm very pleased that I went on to pursue that endeavor. When I look at my early upbringing, my parents always said to me and to the other members of my family that an education will take you where you want to go. And without an education, you'll find yourself handicapped. So with that push from home, that environment from my household, and learning to read at a very early age. As a matter of fact, I was reading 2nd and 3rd grade level at the age of 4. And I went into kindergarten at a very early age. At that time in the rural area, we didn't really have kindergartens per se. But I was there in the school setting, and I always found that those experiences and the things that I was exposed to at early age have been very beneficial to me as a legislator, and it has given me the closeness to really understand families and understand the struggle that families have to go through.
You know, I think that in looking at your early background, what are some of the things that you've already said that you were involved in the education process, but what are some of your other work experiences that would eventually lead you toward the political arena? I say that primarily because you really do represent a person that is unique within the Tennessee General Assembly. Not only are you a female, but you're a black female, and that's unusual. And what are some of the things that finally geared you toward wishing to serve the people in a political way?
Well, my first experience as a legislator began in 1977 on my own when I won the election for the Constitution Convention delegate. But prior to that, with my service in the urban area, in the school setting, and looking at all the problems, and being married to a husband who was a legislator for 15 years, working with him, dealing with problems and etc. in a community led me to understand that there are things that we need to do, and there are things that we can do by being in a position to make decisions or making decisions happen. Of course, coming into the General Assembly was as a result of the death of my husband, who had served in the legislature for 15 years. The decision basically was not my own decision. The people of his district sort of sought me out, and they knew of my background, knew of my interest in their community, and they wanted that sort of thing continued. They wanted their needs addressed, and they felt that I could best do the job. So several people came to me, matter of fact, a committee, and they asked me if I would be willing to serve, and they would be willing to put me in the office as their representative. And of course, when I said yes, I don't take that literally. I said yes with the intent to do the best job that I possibly can to represent the people I represent. Now, the people of my legislative district...
I was thinking, well, let's look at that district as the boundaries of that 58th legislative district. What are we talking about there?
Well, when you look at the legislative district, you're looking at a very diverse district. We're looking at Scarrett Peabody College. Scarrett College, we're looking at Peabody Vanderbilt, we're looking at Belmont College, and we're looking at over in the area of the Edge Hill area. We also pick up one of the satellite cities in the area. We always out. The line itself is drawn to pick up the Murfreesboro Road area down to, I think that borderline down there is Thompson Lane, and all out East Nashville, part of North Nashville, all the inner city of Nashville, the business district. And within that whole line that I have just talked about is the division line. We have within that 13 housing projects. We have all of the 235s, the Section 8. So a whole host of people with varying economic status, some with no income, some who are on the FDC, and that's aid to family dependents' children. We have those persons who work. We have those persons who have very, very high income. So when I look at the people I represent, I look at them as being people with problems, people who have issues that they like to have addressed, and I look at them as being individuals, not an individual of